I grew up in the city of Victoria, and as a teenager I was a skateboarder, and I used skateboarding as a mode of transportation to get around town, and I didn't feel that the city was really appreciative of that when I was younger. Since 1991 there's been a bylaw that allowed police and bylaw officers to confiscate a skateboard from someone who was skateboarding downtown. Personally, I think that was tremendously unfair and had at some points been applied unfairly. Some of the stereotypes is that people riding skateboards were no good kids, and kids who were causing trouble in the streets and causing property damage and loitering. A lot of that stems from before the days when we actually had a skateboard park where these young people could hang out and practice their tricks and be part of the skateboarding community. And now there's a lot of people of all ages who ride skateboards, as well as still a lot of young kids. One of the top priorities for Victoria City Council is to build an active and multimodal transportation network that allows people to travel from one side of the city to the other safely. Active and multimodal means all forms of transportation, including skateboarding, which is a legitimate alternative form of transportation. It's a great way for people to get around and low carbon, and we just want to make sure that everyone's doing so safely. One of the major concerns is skateboarding on sidewalks, but that isn't changing. Skateboarding on sidewalks will still be not allowed. People riding skateboards are going to want to follow the same common sense that dictates how people should behave when they're riding bikes or when they're walking. The key for me is safety, and that means that I never do so distracted. It means that I always make sure that I don't have earphones in and that I'm paying attention to what's going on around me and what's coming up down the road. It was long overdue that Victoria City Council stopped the confiscation of skateboards. I remember many people when I was a teenager had skateboarding is not a crime t-shirts. And that was a direct response to the attitude that skateboarding was bad and illegal, and that they could have their skateboards taken away just for using that form of transportation. So I'm proud to be part of a Victoria City Council that has finally declared that skateboarding is not a crime.